So the Knicks have gone out and they've done it. They've decided to make a move. They've decided to trade RJ Barrett, Emmanuel Quickly, and a future second round pick. I think it's this year's second round pick from Detroit, which is like the 31st pick of the draft. To the Raptors in exchange for OG Anunoby. Wow. So I put my simple thoughts out on Twitter before, but I'll give my extended thoughts here. I like the deal for both sides, personally. Anunoby felt like I reckon he was going to leave in free agency anyway, and or demand more money than I honestly think he's worth at this point. Don't be wrong, he's a very solid player. He's going to do a lot for this Knicks team, both offensively and defensively. But I'm not sure if he's worth $40 million a year, which is what it sounds like he wants to get paid. This season, he's been averaging 15 points, 4 rebounds, 2.5 assists a game, 1.5 stocks combined, shooting 37% from 3 and 49% from the field. I think his efficiency on the offensive end will help the Knicks, especially considering they're replacing RJ Barrett, an inefficient scorer, with OG Anunoby, an efficient 3-and-D wing, a high-level efficient 3-and-D wing. Again, he can guard Jason Tatum. He can guard Jimmy Butler in the playoffs. I think that's the main thing they wanted out of this deal. Honestly, forget the offense, because at the moment you don't really need it. Randall is killing it at the moment. People don't want to talk about it, but ever since the first 10 games, ever since then, he's been averaging 25 points and 10 rebounds a game. He's up there again. And Bronson obviously is averaging 30 points a game or some shit like that. Bronson's great. So I think Anunoby gives a lot for this Knicks team on both ends of the floor. And, was he worth Quickly and Barrett and a future second round pick? Maybe, maybe not. Only time will tell. But, it depends on what they do with Quickly, how well Barrett can do in how playing for Toronto, what that second round pick turns out to be. But overall, I think I do like this deal for the Knicks. For the Knicks, I'll give it an A- for now. I think it's a good deal. And one that does improve your team overall. Besides, Quickly wasn't getting the minutes anyway. So if you can exchange that for a guy like Anunoby, who also might re-sign for cheaper for the New York, that's cool, I reckon, for them. Now for the Raptors side, trading for RJ Barrett and Emmanuel Quickly and a future second round pick. There maybe would be better deals out there, maybe that would better suit the Raptors. Maybe taking some more picks over players, maybe that would be a better move. However, I think the logic here is to try and trade for players who could develop well alongside Scotty Barnes. Barrett on the season averaging 18 for 2.5 assists on 33% from the 3, 42% from the field. Yes, he's still the inefficient scorer. The only thing is he has a major jump in the free throw shooting. He's gone up to 83% from the line on the same number of attempts, 5 attempts a game. So I kind of understand the logic here. You're trading for a guy who is only 23 years old still. A guy who was a former number 3 overall pick. A guy who if you're all the Raptors, maybe you think that he could develop well alongside Scotty Barnes. And with the defensive capabilities and length they've got already on their team, it might help him improve on that end as well. And then playing alongside Scotty Barnes and maybe having a slightly increased role offensively, it might help RJ Barrett. Who knows? Even though he's poised to a third option behind Pascal and Scotty. As well as the Quickly part. Quickly could put up some major numbers for the Raptors too. I hope this means it moves Dennis Schroeder back to the bench, only because it's not that I dislike Schroeder, it's just that I do think he's a backup guy at this point in his career. Quickly might do some really good stuff, and it could work out really well for Quickly, where he improves his value and gets a big payday in the off season. And then Barrett can, again, I think the logic here is getting another 6'6", 6'7" wing who can hopefully play some good defense and develop alongside Scotty Barnes. Now again, could there have been better deals out there for the Raptors? Maybe. But they accepted this deal because I'm guessing they're high on Barrett, is what my thing is. Also, Barrett gets to go play for Toronto Raptors in Canada. I feel like that's a little bit that's cool. That's cool to see. I like that. So yeah, I'm hoping this might unlock something in Barrett as well. Who knows? He's still got time. I feel like we give up on like young guys way too quickly. He's 23 years old. Like it's the pressure to succeed and become a superstar this quickly nowadays is ridiculous. You know, he's still got time on the clock. You know what I mean? Like, and even at that, even if he doesn't develop, he's still like he could be a solid scoring option on a team. Like he's a solid player. It's just he needs to, if he ever wants to get to the star status that everyone thought he could be, he needs to improve his efficiency and his defense and his overall playmaking and stuff like that. But yeah, hopefully this can help him do that on the Raptors. So for the Raptors, I'll give it a B for now. We'll have to see how this plays out long term, but for now I'm going to give it a B. I thought it was pretty good, but you could get better, maybe. I reckon. I'm not sure. There you go. Anyways, that's my thoughts on the trade. I hope you have a good one. Peace out. Happy New Year, alright?